All right, we're just getting word out of the United Nations that Iran's foreign minister is accusing the U.S. of economic war against Iranian civilians that it says amounts to terrorism, says once it stops, other things can follow to de-escalate the tensions, again referring to talks presumably with the United States. But it comes at the same time we are looking into linking the Iranians with attacks on a number of tankers, including those from Ethiopia and on, to former National Security Advisor to Dick Cheney, John Hanna. John, the fact that now they hold out the possibility of resuming talks, but first of all, let the United States first stop its economic war, what do you read into that?
Well, I think that's where the Iranians have been for the past several months, Neil, since they began this escalation in the Gulf, and particularly against the tankers, but also against Saudi targets as well as U.S. targets and the shoot down of the drone. They're feeling this incredible squeeze, I think unprecedented in the 40-year history of the Islamic Republic. Their economy is being brought to its knees, and they are desperate to get the U.S. to back off or to get the Europeans to step up and make up for what they're losing economically. And so far, it's just not working at all.
Now, we have long argued that they were behind these tanker attacks on a host of countries, including the United Arab Emirates and British vessels and the like. They claim no. We claim now we have proof. And the back and forth and the back and forth. What do you make of it?
Well, I think, you know, the U.S. seems quite confident that these, in fact, were Iranian sabotage against international vessels in the Gulf. With the British last week, there's almost no doubt that a British naval vessel had to intervene to stop Iranian speedboats from approaching a British oil tanker. There's reports this morning that, in fact, a UAE ship has gone missing and may have been picked up by the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. So this is not stopping. It's escalating, and it only puts a greater premium on the U.S. priority of getting an international flotilla to mobilize, get international naval ships into the Gulf to protect international oil, 20% of which transits that strait every day.
You know, John, why would the Iranians be that bold, if not stupid, or maybe both, in the face of actions that will certainly alienate the Europeans, some of the last friends they've got, to keep this deal, whatever is left of it, afloat?
I think the Iranian calculation right now is that they can push up to a certain line with these kinds of low-level calibrated attacks, that the Europeans so far haven't stepped up, despite some of these Iranian violations, including on the nuclear deal that the Europeans have warned against. The Europeans, for now, are saying, we're going to give diplomacy a chance. This hasn't reached the level yet that we're prepared to go back and impose sanctions on Iran. And, of course, the president himself has been very restrained in response, in particular, to the shoot down of our drone. He stopped an attack that was already underway. And the Iranians are reading into that, I think, Neil, at some point, that they can continue to push this, and the West may not be prepared to respond yet.
John Hanna, thank you very, very much. Good catching up with you on this story.